What's up, team? Hope you guys are having a good Sunday. This is very impromptu. So, hey, we fucking roll with it, right? We fucking roll with it. When shit hits the fan, we adjust. We pull audibles. What's up, Central? Hope you're having a great day, man. You're the GOAT, by the way. You're the fucking GOAT. Unfortunately, Kirby's picture's underneath me, but he's not here today. We just put him down there because, well, he put himself down there because he's my assistant coach. And I'll explain all of that shit in here just a little bit. Give it like another 30 seconds. I got 14 minutes. Week 1, surprise! It's in 14 minutes. So, unfortunately, just literally, this last week has been an absolute blunder. I don't know what's been going on, honestly. But we made do with what we got. And we're doing our draft analysis this way. Old school. This is how we used to do it once upon a time. Kaz, that's my life. What's up, GOAT? How you doing, bro? How are you? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the GBA Pokemon Wi-Fi Draft League. I am very excited. I am your head coach of the returning San Diego Snugglers. They're back, baby. The iconic team has made its return for the most iconic league in YouTube history. This is the first. It's the one that trailblazed. A big shout out to the homie Big Steve, aka Magnitude, whom had created this beautiful draft league 10 seasons ago. And here we are today as just a wee lad making their way and their debut to season 10. This is honestly a dream come true. If you guys missed the interview with Randy, aka I think it just goes by Randy right now. It's on the GBA YouTube channel. I should have the GBA YouTube channel linked down below, but please go check that out. That interview was fantastic. You'll know my big long history with my love for the GBA. So I'm very excited to be here. I plugged in the GBA fan server, so you guys probably know already what's going on now. But basically, there's going to be assistant coaches this season, and when we have an assistant coach, I ran to my good friend, my near dear, my brother, Kirby. Kirby's my assistant coach this season. Very, very excited for it. Basically, him and I are going to be team building together, bouncing ideas off of each other, creating content together. He's the one that has created the thumbnails for my channel, the thumbnail for this draft analysis, the thumbnail for the matchup that you're going to see at 4 o'clock. Very excited for it. He's such an awesome creator, and I'm very blessed to have him on my side. Fantastic battler too. So today we're going to talk about what Kirby drafted, why he drafted it, because I was not very present for this draft league, and happened to be on a day that I was on my day job. So this is all Kirby, all credit to him, and he did a fantastic job making this stupid proof. Such an easy team to pilot. I appreciate you, Kirby. In the description, there should be a link to the Discord server for the GBA. Please make sure you go in there for more information. Jolt's in there, all of us are in there. Let's mingle. But let's get things on and popping. So there is a two-parter to the season. There's an auction style draft, and there's also a snake style draft. Now, the auction style draft, we were given $500 beautiful to go apeshit on Pokemon. It basically worked as each coach had an individual turn to nominate any Pokemon that they wanted from the top 3 tiers, I believe. It was S, A, and B, if I remember correctly. And the auction style draft was to gain our first 5 Pokemon, which are both of our S tiers and our 3 A tiers. Once the auction portion was over, we transitioned over a traditional snake style draft. So the snake style draft is basically as normal, right? When we had that very first pick in the snake style draft, then we definitely used that to our advantage. Central, if you can't hear me in a little bit, you let me know, but everything seems to be all systems go. So I apologize. Maybe you just like cut your browser off, turn it back on. I don't know. But anyway, we're live for this one, so there you go. Please feel free to ask me any questions if you can, guys. We're kind of strapped for time. We have 10 minutes to get through this because our game starts at 7 o'clock p.m. PST. Or 4 o'clock PST, 7 o'clock EST. Our very first pick that Kirby decided to pick up, this is nominated by Frosted, and I thought we got this as a steal. We picked up Palafin. Palafin is incredible. One, it's an Uber Pokemon in Smogon standard play. For many reasons that don't need to be discussed. This Pokemon is incredibly busted. Its stats are absolutely incredible. This mon starts as a baby dolphin, and with its 0 to hero ability, all it has to do is switch out, come back in, and then it gains the superhero form. And Palafin's base stats are incredible. It's got base 160 attack, 100 in speed, 100 in HP, 97 defense, 87 special defense, and 106 special attack for no reason. This mon is incredible. It hits really, really hard. It can pick up and run away with games. It's got priority in Jet Punch, which is a 60 base powered a priority water type move, which is basically a buffed Aqua Jet. Crazy coverage, Ice Punch, close combat, flip turn for pivot momentum, and stab, which is really nice. The powerful new addition to this gen, Wave Crash. This mon is so fucking good. And we got it for a price point of $250 out of our 500 point budget or dollar budget. It seems like a lot, but trust me, for Palafin, this thing can go up for 300 in my personal opinion. I think this Pokemon is really fucking good. Now, next up in this first round, we got both of our S tiers in the first round. We ended up hanging out for a while. We picked up the greatest Pokemon in Generation 9, Annihilape. Yes, we saw it was gonna go for 150. Kirby and I was here at this point. Kirby's like, this thing's going at 150, no one's bidding. You want Annihilape? Like, fucking go. Bid, money. Put another 25 on there. And the only person that contested us was Septile MC, but unfortunately he wouldn't have had enough money to put the rest of his Pokemon for the auction. So we stole Annihilape for 175 fucking dollars. Look at the top 2 Pokemon of this team. Palafin and Annihilape. Like, what do you do? Like, what do you do? Like, I don't do, like, these 2 can come every single week and the rest of the 4 mons of the 6 are fillers. Annihilape is crazy busted. The move Rage Fist was unbanned. Originally before the draft, they had banned Rage Fist, and then they threw a bone at your boy. I didn't even know I was gonna get Annihilape. I'm the one who advocated to get Rage Fist unbanned, and look at us, we got it. Rage Fist is a 50 base power move. Every time it gets hit, increased by 50 base power up to 350 base power. The Ghost and Fighting type stab combination is incredible. It gets Drain Punch, gets close combat, U-turn for pivot momentum, Stealth Rocks. This mon is so fucking good. Palafin Annihilape, this is stupid. I don't know why this happened, but it did, and I'm grateful. Now, the rest of the draft happened, and we literally did not get to pick until the very final round. We went Annihilape and Annihilape and Palafin, and literally just waited because we couldn't spend anything else. Our last 3 picks had to be 25 pointers, but nonetheless, I still think that we came out on top, if I'm being unbiased. Next mon we picked up was Arcanine. Arcanine for 25 bucks is fucking phenomenal. Is A tier for Arcanine a little bit high? Maybe, but also you can make a case that Arcanine and B is a little bit too much. You know what I mean? Pure Fire type, fantastic to help us clear grass types for Palafin and clear fairy types for Annihilape. Great team synergy. Intimidate, fantastic. Morning Sun recovery, fantastic. Extreme speed priority, fantastic. This mon is an end all be all. Can do anything we want in a matchup. Fantastic speed tier, hits like an absolute truck. Could be physical, could be special, and it pairs really well with Annihilape and Palafin. And then next, Kirby picked up Iron Juggalus for another 25 bucks. Again, all A tiers ended up being $25, and I think we fucking stole them. Iron Juggalus at 25. This is the Future Paradox form of Hydreigon, the Dark and Flying type version. Doesn't get Roost, kind of sucks, but still is a very strong, especially offensive presence. Gets Stab, Hurricane, and Dark Pulse. Gets really cool utility moves, things like Taunt and Knockoff to remove items, which this generation is actually really kind of snazzy. Great coverage options, which is fantastic. Paired off with Booster Energy to boost its speed and still allow max attack. Could be really nice to help us sweep games. This mod can be a great breaker. This mod can be really fucking good in regards to just taking off with games. So Iron Juggalus is so good, so good. Kirby stole this one. And then we picked up the best mon we could in the last part of the auction draft. We stole Shadow Tag Gothitelle for 25 motherfucking dollars. $25. This is unbanned Shadow Tag. If you have a check for Palafin, good luck trying to get it trapped by Gothitelle. And if you don't get trapped, that means you're Shed Shell. That means you're not Life Orb. You're not Assault Vest. You're not Heavy Duty Boots. You're not Leftovers. You're not Resist Berry. You're not Rocky Helmet. You're not an item that you want to be. You're forced into Shed Shell, and therefore we could take advantage of you and still have some fantastic information. Being able to trap things that want to check Palafin and or Annihilape and still have to deal with Iron Juggalus and Arcanine. The pairing here is just muy magnifique. I love it to death. And these are our mons that we picked up for the auction. And then we moved over to the snake style draft, which we luckily enough did get the very first pick because we nominated last. And so the snake portion flipped it on its head. So we started with the snake. So we got the first overall pick in the snake draft. And this was for pick 6, round 6. We picked up Roadon Wash. Roadon Wash is here for 3 reasons. Number 1, it takes off a Palafin check off the board. Probably one of the best, if not the best Palafin checks in the game off the board, and puts it on our team. And Roadon Wash only having 1 weakness to grass and still being mitigated and taken care of by Arcanine and Iron Juggalus is really cool. Volt Switch pivot momentum to be able to take advantage of opposing water types. Arcanine cannot take care of the grass types. Roadon Wash can primarily take care of the water type. It's able to get in on any water type pretty freely and just click Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Discharge, which is nice. Spam to status is fantastic. Things like Will-O-Wisp and Thunderwave, Hex for some cool tech, which would be really nice. But the pivot momentum and the immunity to ground is actually really nice, because right now the only immunity to ground that we had is Jug, and doesn't really want to come in on most ground types, which is really nice. And that helps Arcanine out a lot, because Arcanine doesn't want to deal with most ground types. Even though it does have Intimidate, it's kind of an issue. The next Pokemon that we picked up was Toedscruel. Toedscruel provides us with Rapid Spin. Rapid Spin is really good on this team, allows us to have spikes. Toxic spikes is really nice. Having that special pivot is fantastic. Having Spore is really cool. This mon is just a really good glue piece and is able to really facilitate the setup that we have in Palafin and Annihilape and Iron Juggalus if that's something that we want to do that week. Even Nasty Paw on Rotom is really cool. So Toedscruel is really there to facilitate our offense, which is fantastic. Pick 8 that we have here is Clef Key. Clef Key was kind of fell to us on, it was really cool because Kirby caught that Clef Key wasn't on the dock. And so we had it added, and then we picked up Clef Key. So it wasn't there in the beginning stages of the draft. So we were able to sneak in and swoop this up this late in the draft. Having the best type in the game in Steel and Fairy is fantastic. Now we have priority screens, priority Thunderwave, which is really nice. Foul Play is fantastic. Spikes, priority spikes is really nice. It did lose Defog, which kind of sucks, but Clef Key is still really fantastic, and it pairs really well with what we've got. Next up we have is Dunsparce. Dunsparce is going to be our bulky normal type Pokemon. Helps us with Pokemon like Gengar, Pokemon like Dragapult. Gives us reliable rocks, which is nice. It gets us Eviolite, an Eviolite boosted Pokemon that's going to be very bulky for our team. Roost for longevity, Glare to slow things down for Palafin and Annihilape. This mon is mostly here just to check most ghost types, which is actually really cool. Really cool. I think that is a good steal or a steal, not a steal type, a good steal at the D tier. We're going to pick up a Swinging Quillfish here, but ended up not working out, which is kind of unfortunate. You know what I mean? But having Dunsparce is still fantastic. What's up, Dictionary Mix? Hope you're having a great, man. Hope you're having a great time, man. This that we have in round 10 is going to be a Alolan Persian. This is primarily here for speed. Base 115 speed is fantastic. It lost knockoff. That kind of sucks. But the fur coat ability makes it very bulky on the defensive side. So it could be a fantastic pivot to come in and soak up a physical hit and be faster and get a faster parting shot to allow things in like Palafin and Annihilape. Maybe things like Gothitelle to trap things for Palafin and Annihilape. Maybe for Arcanine. Overall, it's going to be really nice. I think to be able to pivot and get that parting shot is fantastic. So this thing pairs off really well. Now our last pit that we have here is gonna be Muck. Muck we get in our last spot for 10. This is not for $10. Anyway, it's a $10 tier. It's out here at D. This is just a snake style draft. I don't know why I said $10, but this Pokemon is in the D tier, which is really nice. It's a pure poison type that gained access this generation to Toxic Spikes and retained Drain Punch, and Shadow Sneak for priority, which is really cool. This mon's very nice for Poison Touch. Having that 30% chance to poison the opponent for overall longevity and knocking it down is really cool. And it's a good fighting resist and a good fairy resist, which is something that we didn't want to put primarily all on Arcanine and on Gothitelle. So this mon is very nice utility wise, and to be able to just sponge hits, which is fantastic. But guys, this is draft analysis. You guys know what draft analysis are. We just want to talk a little bit about the team. I actually didn't even draft this team. Kirby did. I'm the pilot of the team. Kirby is the engine. He helps me. He's gonna help me win games, man, and I'm very excited for it. Hope you guys are excited for this season of the GBA. Right now is week number 1 against the Calgary Flamethrowers. This is officially gone live. Get off this live stream, watch that battle. In the comment of that battle will be a link to my opponent's channel. We play CB Marcus. I'm very excited for it. Week 1 is underway. The GBA is here. I'm so excited and honored to be your coach for the San Diego Snugglers. I hope that we're gonna have a crazy run, and with your support I feel like we can go far. If you guys are super duper hyped, make sure you leave a like on the video, leave a comment what you guys think, and with that being said, I'm gonna get the heck up out of here. Have a great rest of your day, and above all else, Be nice. Peace. Guys, go watch week 1. It's gonna be fucking awesome. See you soon.